I have a sample of a drug that was administered to the soldiers. We absolutely need an antidote. Can you do that?
Of course. You know, you could have probably made it yourself. If you had listened to the science lessons I was trying to teach you. Oh well, you preferred to throw lightning bolts.
Ja, das ist doch schön noch.
Scott, here's the sample. Can I get an antidote?
You think that I'm senile? You'll see. Give me some time. Take this. It wasn't that complicated. I made you one dose, and I wrote down the formula on it. They'll be on their own for making others.
Thank you, Scott.
So, run through. I come here with an antidote. Ah, Dienstzusammenstand. Ganz schön hier. Oh. Verdächtig. Und der ist gesund. Wissenschaft 1. Ah, ne, ich brauche. Komme ich hier raus? Okay, Scott, kommst mit. Scott ist mit meinem, ist mein Partner jetzt. So.
Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him?
And you are?
Zachariah Mancer. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. Haven't seen him for days. I'm Veronica Seeker, the professor's assistant.
Hey.
I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even like to sleep, said it just wasted time. Even more than likely in the middle of the research he was doing.
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine as well. I'm sure he'd already started work on it before leaving. You know anything about it?
Of course. I was involved with the professor's research, though I shouldn't discuss it with anyone without his consent. But with that last name, Mancer, I suppose this Technomancy research is of particular interest to you. Otherwise, most people barely bat an eye towards the scientific aspects of Technomancer powers.
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I'm sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Veronica, I know I'm not exactly a prime physical specimen, but I should hope that I am still not so forgettable. Unless I'm wrong and we do not know each other. What is, after all, certain in this life? It might all just be a confounded dream. Like the one I had last night, where trying to wear my pants as a shirt, I found my nose got gone zip.
Professor Scott. Oh my. Hello. I am so sorry I did not recognize you. You should have told me earlier to save me from this embarrassment. Was it you who was planning a collaboration on the Technomancer research? I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power grabs might have finally come back to bite him. He would even preach to his colleagues and the listeners at conferences. I would give anything to be wrong, of course, but hope is oftentimes incongruous with the reality we must come to face.
Weil, man sieht, da wenn die ein bisschen die Arme hochheben, da geht die ganze Brust damit hoch.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are you? Nothing broken, I hope.
Okay, einmal zurück so.
Zachariah, could you... Anyway, could I talk to you in private?
What's going on?
I know that I'm asking a lot of you, but I was wondering if maybe you could continue to investigate. You are someone important now. You know a lot of people. They can tell you if Veronica's suspicions are justified.
I could probably talk about it with my captain, or tap into some contacts in the know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be sure, you see. I think that you need to recover his latest research. I strongly believe that, besides what he said, he found something dangerous. The ASC, they're thugs. We must not allow sensitive scientific research to fall into their hands. The risks are too high.
I'll see what I can do, but I doubt that Veronica will give me Charles's documents willingly. She's very protective of her boss's work.
Okay.
Why did Charles?
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah. If he came back, I don't think he'd be too pleased to find out I handed it away. You ever find out what happened to him?
Okay, nichts Neues. Hier bis da gibt es auch jetzt ein Ausrufezeichen. Das wird jetzt eben den kurzen Zicke-Zacke hier reden. Ich glaube, das ist jetzt bei der Curiosity da. Oder bei den einen Tuppes. Ich glaube, das ist eine Tuppes, der da ist. Warte, falsch, genau, das ist bei der eine Tuppes.
I don't mean to.
You ain't wanted here, pal. Piss off!
What are we doing here?
If there's anyone who knows where the professor is, besides the guys who made him disappear, it's this guy right here. Anton Rogue knows everything and everyone in Ophir.
All right. Yes, I trust you.
Come on, guys, let's get it!
So. Scotty, alles in Ordnung? Mal Cookie geklaut. So, Geheimvorräte hier mobst.
Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around.
Aha. Sie haben Infos für mich, die ich gerne haben möchte.
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita. To what do I owe the displeasure this time?
Professor Charles Seeker. I'm looking for what happened to him. What can you tell me?
The dangers of having a mind, of using it, and especially of speaking it, I'm afraid. His research and political opinions push the line, and patience of some. Funny how smart and wise don't always go hand in hand. That said, word is he boarded a train. Not so much a pleasure trip, more like a forced hiatus given the military escort and the colonel's re-education camp he was bound for. No matter the power of the mind, the power of a gun always seems to gain the upper hand in the end, don't you think?
I gotta go.
Then go.
So.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy.
Okay, waren wir jetzt mit einer Rede, wenn wir wieder ein bisschen weitergegangen sind, oder... Stimmt, auf der Karte habe ich...
Make the slightest move, you're dead man.
Ich glaube, wir müssen einmal nach Veronica. Vielleicht kann ich dir was erzählen und die wird mich dann Gegeninfo geben. Das wäre höchst... Wäre das Schönste, was jetzt passieren könnte, wäre... Oh. So.
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking...
It's just not my...
From what I could gather, he was arrested and thrown into the correctional camp. Apparently his criticism of the government was more important to them than his work. Times we live in, I guess.
I don't even know what to... Such a loss. A waste. Maybe his work shouldn't be abandoned. If he's not coming back anytime soon, or at all, and you can do good with it.
Einmal die Forschung Satans.
Hi,
Buddy.
Scott.
Hello, my boy.
Unfortunately, I've received confirmation of what Veronica suspected. Charles was arrested and deported to a camp as a punishment for his comments. I'm sorry, Scott. I did bring back his research, though, since you wanted it.
Thank you, Zachariah. Camp. How awful. But what is happening to our dear abundance? We won't beat Aurora if we get rid of our scientists. Anyway, I'll take a look at these documents.
So,
No doubt
alles
our
Schulter
dear
AC.
Charles was worried. They're coded. It's funny, it reminds me of the code we used as students, so that the professors wouldn't know about our adventures. All this is a little far away. I'm gonna have to think about it. Thank you, Zach. Thanks again.
Perfekt. Aber schön hoch, weil die gute Aue Doktor. Ja, aber noch schön. So, was habt ihr für mich hier? Alles mitnehmen. Dann haben wir noch so einen Run. Dann zum Grousemaster.
Never been to the Curiosities?
A couple of times, but I don't like going through that neighborhood too much.
Really?
Ist nicht so ein schöner Gedanke, dass das ja hier der Geisel ist von der Gestapo. Kein schöner Gedanke. Und ich wird gerade, glaube ich, als als Ziel des Zweckes hier genutzt, denn schon mal spionieren. Dann direkt noch Kolonel, so einen hohen Offizier der Ranke, Ranke hier hinter mir her. Der Staat wird hier so eingreifend. Nicht schön.
Hi.
Lieutenant, how can I help you?
I went to a friend for a solution to our antidote problem.
So, aber...
You could stop 100 terrorist attacks and still not save as many lives as you have with that antidote, Lieutenant.
Jawohl. Und ein Ruf bei das her. Warte, ich wollte noch mal zusammenstellen. So. Konnte ich noch mal hier einen Belegschaft zusammenstellen? Nirgendwo? Schade. Schade. So, einmal so ein Manzerdampel. So. Und fertig und mal wieder rein zum Großmeister.
Zachariah, a pleasure as always. What may I do for you?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
What about?
We're looking for a scientist who disappeared. Name's Charles Seeker. All I found is some of his research. Seems he was studying Technomancers before getting arrested and sent to a camp.
Charles Seeker. Yes, the geneticist. Geneticists pose a risk. Scientific discoveries are always threatening to expose our secrets. Your friend Scott even worked on the same research years ago. Never found out what Scott did or didn't discover, though. He ended up drinking himself into irrelevance. So I stopped worrying. Whatever research you found, make sure no one sees it. Could be our downfall.
I found the mole. David Ward was running lines
Okay,
for the
also
ASC.
für uns eine Gefahr gewesen.
In these times, spies are everywhere. They used to be like rats, but now bear more resemblance to cockroaches. Should you see one, you can be certain 100 more reside in the walls, each placed there while their arms were twisted by the ASC. So what happened with this Ward?
I couldn't find it in myself to kill him, so I released him and let him run, like a rat. I would assume he's still running, and we'll never see him in Ophir again.
The full blame cannot be cast on him. There are few who the ASC cannot bend to their will. We'll cross our fingers. Hopefully this soldier is gone for good and does not find himself arrested before he should escape.
Technomancer, okay, yay! Zurück. Und jetzt können wir wieder verbessern. Aber schon. Bisschen mehr Schaden. Herstellen, man weiß ja nie. Mehr Stärke, jawohl. Darauf habe ich gewartet. Technomancer Jacke. Ja, nö, gib mir Schutz hier, das. Streitkolben. Du kriegst Müll. Okay, warte, ich hatte noch was hier, glaube ich. Hose, hatte ich da noch eine bessere? Nee. Auch nicht so gut. Konterschild, jawohl. Brustplatte, Schuhe. Nein, nichts Neues. Helm. 4 Stärke braucht die. So, habe ich noch ein bisschen Rüstung. Sie hatte ja noch eine Sidequest, glaubte ich, oder? Jawohl, das Gefühl, verfolgt zu werden. Dann geht es zum Captain. Da kleben alles. Oh, warte. Den zusammenstellen wir hier irgendwo, ne? Genau. Komm, Jeffrey, du bist guter Knabe.
Ready to try your plan out?
Ha! Yeah, absolutely, Lieutenant.
All right. Just out on a stroll, right?
Yeah, just a stroll. He won't suspect anything. Let's head out this way.
Okay, hier raus.
We should probably go right now.
Where are you going?
We can head down this alley and over towards the archives.
Dann machen wir das, wenn sie dazu sagt, Jeffrey.
We go past security, and there's a chance he might get suspicious, but I think we'll be fine.
Did you hear? They finally got the psychopath who took a hostage.
Gained the tail, Lieutenant. Let's just keep heading this way a bit
Technomancer
further, I
officer.
think.
The whole thing was completely nuts.
Sure.
A lunatic only did his thing.
Oh, dann amputierter Arm.
Yeah, there we go. He's following us. Just gotta keep him with us until we get to the dead-end street past his checkpoint. We'll pull him out.
So,
It's
wohin
right
jetzt?
there. We just gotta get him in there, and we'll have him trapped. We'll finally know who our spy is, Lieutenant.
Who the hell are you? Why are you following us?
You got nowhere to run. You're surrounded.
Fuck!
Let's take a look around. May find something that'll help explain why he's tailing us.
The hell is this? Looks like a notebook. And I'm willing to bet it's Mancer behind all this shit. Looks like the little rat reported me to the ASC.
What? Really? Why would another Mancer tell on you? And for what? You're a great lieutenant, sir. You haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, well, let's just say Alan's not exactly a fan. This time, little shit's gone too far. He's gonna give me an explanation.